Hey guys, I wanted to come on and do a short market watch today, and then I wanted to go ahead and say for the giveaway that's going to be cutting off next week. Um, I'm not sure which exact day it's going to be, just because I'm going to be traveling for the holidays. But it will be next week. I'm going to try to do it the 23rd, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll even cut it off before. We'll see. But either way, I think a day or two is not going to matter. But give me feedback if you'd rather do it towards like the end of next week, or maybe even like Monday the following week, or if you'd want me to cut it off like on Sunday or Monday, just because it's the holidays. I know everybody's not going to be watching YouTube probably anyways. But just let me know in the comment section for those that are participating. That wasn't really well thought out, so that's my bad. But for the market watch, I wanted to talk about Broken Line just because it got reprinted. I picked up a playset of the ultra rares, and it was supposed to be 2018 mega pack, but I think they like mislisted it, so I did end up getting a first edition original print, which is pretty cool. So I got 3 total, 2 of the 2018 mega tins, and then 1 circuit break. It's going for around $250 for original print. I think we'll look into it, but this card was up to like $7 to $8. Let's see. So lightly played like $250, $3. The problem with the original prints that I was running into was trying to find like a playset. Like everybody's just selling 1 copy. So if you filter this by like a playset, it kind of gets expensive. So that's kind of why I was leaning towards just getting the mega pack ones, because I don't think the price will differ that much. It's not like that collectible of a card. It's just like a decent card. So you can get a playset for 3. That's not bad, honestly, for lightly played. And then $4.45 for near mint. Yeah, I just think that's a little bit more expensive than what I would want to pay for this card. I would try to get like the either the original for around $250 to $3 like maximum, or just get like the reprint ultra rare for like $1.50. So we'll go back and look what the reprints going for. I think I paid like $1.50 for each copy. So yeah, this is around $1.12. That's a much better deal. And then if we do a stack, it's probably gonna be like $2. So we got $2.25 for near mint first. Honestly, what I would do is probably just pick up 5 copies, because you are going to pay a little bit more in shipping here. So that would be not a bad idea, because after that, it's still going to be like, for the first one, that's like 78-cent shipping. It's like $3. And at that point, you might as well get the original print. So if you want to do this, that's fine. And maybe it'll drop lower, who knows. So I ended up getting a playset of the ultra rares, and then I also got a playset of the rares, because these are so cheap. I just think they're a decent penny stock. They're like 10 cents each, basically. Yeah, and these are easy to get a bunch of copies of. So this is also a decent option as well. I would definitely have both if you can. It's just one of those cards that in a slower format, it's really good, and it can be a pretty good card to deal with monsters that you're going to have trouble getting rid of. Trying to think of an example, but you can basically, like, someone goes first and there's an issue on board, you just set the card in that column, and then you just wait for their turn for them to, like, say negate something that you're doing on their turn, and then you can counter trap. I've seen it used like that, and it's pretty good, but it really doesn't work in a fast format. But right now, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a fast format per se. It's just like a mid-range format. So I would keep that in mind. You just never know when this card is going to see play again, because it has seen play this last year. This card, it was like 50 cents for a long time, and then a lot of people started playing it. And you saw it like in Top Cut deck lists. So then it spiked up to like $8. So I would keep your eye on this card and at least have a playset for yourself to play. Next card I want to go over is Lost Art Promotion Soul Drain. It's ultra rare, and I'd say pretty much anything in the Lost Art is a good pickup, especially at the lower end, just because eventually this will stop and these won't be in print anymore. And people are going to want these because it's like the true art of a card. So I would definitely keep your eye on anything Lost Art, but I was just looking at this and I sold my copies for like $7 or $8 like a year ago or something. And it just seems like we're in such a graveyard dependent format that I just think this is a really cool tech choice, especially if you're playing against like Phantom Knights or really any deck right now. But basically you just pay 1,000 life points and monsters that are banished as well as monsters in the graveyard cannot activate their effects. So this, if you flip this going first on Phantom Knights, they just lose. So I would keep your eye on that. And then 1 second, there we go. So the next card I want to go over is number 65, Degen Buster. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Jen. But Ryan wanted to go over this card. And it's a secret rare, I believe. I guess it's just a rare actually, but it's from Shadow Specters. And I read the effect is pretty much any card that says, negate a monster effect is pretty good. But this card's a little weird because it's 2 level 2 dark monsters, and I just don't know. I don't know where that would really fit, especially right now. But it's one of those cards that you just buy when it's cheap and just hold on to, who knows, 5 years when they finally make a deck that this would fit into, and then just skyrockets from like 50 cents to like $5, $6. But right now, I'm gonna do, I think for some reason I'm on item price only, so we'll do price and shipping. And then you'll be looking at $250 for near mint unlimited. And then that's not really good record. Around, I would say if you added the shipping in, you're looking at $3 or $4 for a near mint first edition, which is kind of crazy, but it is a solo print. So I would keep your eye on this. It hasn't really, it's just been steadily rising in price. It hasn't like skyrocketed per se, the first editions have, but if we look at like the 6 month, it's just been a steady increase from like 70 cents, which is pretty good, honestly. I would have thought this would have taken a lot longer to get where it is now, like probably another 2 years or so. So that's pretty impressive. These are definitely selling really quickly too. So this might be something you want to keep your eye on. I mean, I'm definitely not going to tell you that this is like a really good penny stock because it's just, like I said, there's nothing that it could really work with right now. So it's basically a gamble. Unless there is a deck that people are playing in it, then I'm just completely unaware of what it is. But that's all I have to say on that one. Next, we'll talk about number 84, Pain Gainer, coming out of Infinite Gold, Premium Gold. And it is I think it's a gold rare, maybe it's a rare. Let's see. Gold secret rare, okay. I hate that they don't have the pictures. When I go on my phone, it shows the pictures, but for whatever reason, it's not doing it on my laptop. It might just be a Mac problem. But it is running around, I'd say $4 or $5. Yeah, like $4, which I don't really know what this card does because I haven't looked at it. I just pulled this up because Ryan wanted to go over this card as well. But if you look at the price over the last 6 months, it's just been a steady rise from like $3.50 to now being around $5. I'm going to quickly read this card though, just to see kind of what it does, so I can tell you if I think it's something you should be putting money into or not. So it's a weird card. So I guess it's not that hard. It does say 2 level 11 monsters, but if you read it, it says that you can also use rank 8, 9, or 10 Dark Exceeds monsters that at least have 2 materials. So it's not really that hard to get out. And then it gains attacking. So it's basically an OTK card, it looks like, just putting a lot of damage on board. I mean, it's a solo print, I believe, too. So I would maybe go into this. Basically, any number of monsters that are solo print are just great cards to invest in, especially at this price point. So yeah, this will be on my radar for something that I would maybe want to pick up. Actually, I think we'll go over this card too. I haven't planned on it, but number 77, I think has gone up in value quite a bit recently. Yeah, as you can see, if you look, towards the beginning of November, it was like 489 market price. And now I think the first edition is going for like 930. So definitely has been bought up quite a bit. And I'm not sure what this is being used in because it's 2 level 12 monsters. So I'm guessing maybe like a Numeron thing. I can't, unless, I don't know if Zeus is a light type, so you couldn't use Zeus as a material. Interesting, but it's also a solo print itself. So I think it could just be that it's just solo print number cards are going up in value. I was hoping they were going to reprint more number cards in the El Dorado, but they really didn't get that many. It was more of the imports, the Numeron imports that they really hit. Also, I'm going to go over Lava Golem coming out of Pharaonic Guardian. This is another card that Ryan wanted to look at. He specifically said the battle pack version, but I wanted to start with the secret rare. I came through here and noticed that the light play unlimited is 15, which is really not too bad. And then near mint unlimited is around 19. And then after that $19 coffee is gone, it's 30. So not a bad deal if you want to get that. And then I don't know if he's got a picture on here or not. We'll see. Well, that's kind of dirty. It is supposed to be a picture listing, but it doesn't have any pictures, so it's very weird. That's so lazy. Like if you're going to go through the process of screenshotting the no image, why wouldn't you just take a picture? Like how hard is it? But lightly played is 54, also a really good price on this card. And then 61 for near mint. I would just go for the near mint, honestly, for $5 more. But we'll look at the other versions. We'll look at the battle pack version that Ryan wanted to go over. But also wanted to point out that dual terminal this is one of the cards that was on my radar to pick up for a long time. And I didn't think that it would increase so fast, but when I was looking at it, it was like 10, 11 bucks. And now it's like 30, I believe. So yeah, it's gonna be 30. And then after that, it's gonna bottom out to 40 for near mint. You can pick this up if you want to, but if you look, yeah, it was back here in September and I was looking to get it, was like $13 to $14. And I could just never, I was just waiting to find a play set and it was always just single cards. So it just didn't work out for me, but I'm pretty sad about not getting that card. If we get like another cashback for like Christmas or something, that might be something I want to pick up. Retro pack super rares, not a bad version to get either. It's been kind of going down in price recently. Let's see, lightly played $12, not bad at all. There's no first edition on these, so it doesn't matter, but it's $13 for a near mint. That's not a bad version to get either. Personally, my favorite would be Invasion of Chaos. So we'll look at that just because that's the original print. We're gonna put some filters on. Lightly played near mint. There literally aren't very many of these. That's not bad at all because right afterwards it's gone. So if you want to get that, have at it. And then we'll look at the battle pack and see if there's any other versions in here. These structure decks wouldn't be bad. This like got the old first editions print. Actually, why is this saying limited edition from Invasion of Chaos? I guess it's not the original print. It would be Pharaonic Guardian. I guess I'm wrong on that. Did they do like a special edition and that was like the promo? Okay, so here's the battle pack. It says it's a rare. I was thinking it was not a rare, but let's see. The rare is going for $3 near mint. Not too bad, but it is a rare. So, I mean, there's just better versions to get. But it looks like, yeah, it has gone up quite a bit. But if you think about it, there really aren't that many printings, especially, I guess there are kind of a lot of printings, but not really for something that you'll be playing 3 copies of. But if I was going to say to get one of these, I would say the best are probably going to be the Chronic Guardian Secret Rare or the Super Rare Retro Pack 2. I think Dual Terminal 3 is kind of too far gone. And I think it'll probably come back down for a little, you know, you kind of see Dual Terminal get bought up and then it'll slowly decrease and then get bought up. I mean, it'll never be $12 again, but it could be like 18. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. And then also the Dark Revelation Volume 1. It's probably not a bad copy to pick up. I'm going to see what that's going for. I need to figure out which ones I want to get because I really would like a playset of this card. So looks like Do Not Order from Vintage Value. If that's really, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's kind of like just buy all these, you know, buy any card and it's going to go up substantially, which is not true, especially for collectible cards. It's really a hit or miss. There's lots of cards that are old Ultimate Rares and stuff that just sit at the same price, and maybe it'll increase $1 in 10 more years, but who gives a shit? So it's like $20 for the Ultra Rare. That's not bad either. But anyways, moving on, I wanted to go over Baronet de Fleur coming out of Synchro Storm. This card was like up to 150 at one point. Now it's back to like around 100. So if you haven't got this card yet, now is the time that you would want to pick it up. This probably won't see a reprint in a very, very long time, unless for some reason in the Megatins next year, they just break every previous rule and reprint this in there, which is always an option because considering they reprinted structured deck cards this year, wouldn't put anything past them at this point. But this is a great card. If you don't have it, I would definitely pick it up because these cards don't sit like this for very long, especially because there's really not that much more value in this set. If you're realistically paying like $600 for a case of this set, if you pull the Ghost Rare, which is, you know, you might get one, I think it's about once per case, but if you get, let's say you get lucky and get a Ghost Rare, that's like going for like $45 right now. So that's not even going to cover, it barely covers the price of one box. And then you're talking about maybe pulling one or two of these, which is going to come out to like $250 in chase cards. And then on average, you get 3 of the rest of the Ultra Rares. 3 or 4. So the next biggest card would be the Bird Call, which is like $15. So that's $45. So you're on average pulling probably like $350 max out of these cases. So something has to go up over time, and I would put my bets on Baronet de Fleur, and then probably the Witterless cards will as well. Next, I wanted to talk about Elemental Hero Burstinatrix coming out of Lost Art promotion. This card was sitting at like $35 for quite a while, and it has calmed down a little bit. It's down towards like $15. If you don't have this card yet, I would pick it up just because heroes are very collectible, I'm sure you know. And this copy looks really, really good. It's probably my favorite version of it now, even though I'm really not a Heroes fan. It does look really good. And like I said before, all these Lost Art promotions are going to go up for sure over time. Some of them more than others, but they'll all at least hold their value. I was actually surprised how much Dark Magician Girl came down. It's like $40 to $45 now, which if you don't have one of those, I would highly suggest getting the original one, so the 2020 one. I would not get the 2021 one unless you're going to like get it for like $15. But other than that, stick with the 2020 version. And then the last card I wanted to go over is Debunk, coming out of Legendary Collection 5B's Secret Rare. It's similar to Grave Digger's Trap Hole. The only thing that's really different is that whenever you negate the activation of an effect monster that activates in the hand or graveyard, it's going to banish it instead of just destroying it and inflicting damage. So it kind of depends. I mean, the inflicting damage is really good, but it's not like good enough, especially with cards that have effects that activate in the graveyard. So even if you were to negate something in the hand, like say like a Phantom Knight monster, it's still going to be alive in the graveyard for another effect. So removing it from play altogether really stops them, and I would like that a lot more than just dealing 2,000 damage. So these were up to like $10 a couple of months ago, and now they're back to like $4. So if you don't have these, I would pick these up. I have 2 play sets myself. But if you look at the 6-month time frame, even a year, we'll see how far back. So it only goes like 6 months. It was like 727, but before that, like earlier in the year, it was even more than that. So I would definitely pick these up. I kind of think this is the bottom out price for this card. Other than that, that's everything I have. If anybody else wants to look over cards, like Ryan wanted to today, just let me know in the comment section. We'll take a look at them and discuss them. But other than that, everybody have a good holidays, and I will see you later.